Welcome back, folks. The biased media continues to slam Trump as Rubio and Cruz are surging. Billionaire Warren Buffett is set to stump for Hillary's ridiculous Everyday Americans campaign as more of her emails are released and shown to be classified. You know, we've been talking a lot about hypocrisy and this double take and double speak. This has got to be the worst one in my mind of today's show. Warren Buffett, that is coming out and he's going to stump for Hillary and do her Everyday Americans campaign as if either one of them knows anything about the trials and tribulations of everyday Americans. Should I not be getting as upset about this as I am?
You're no more upset than I am. I think Warren Buffett is a fool. I think I said this at the beginning. I think as far as investment capability, nobody has done a better job of building up Berkshire Hathaway from nothing into a multi-billion-dollar business. And he made one statement that I always admired when he said, I don't want to buy anything that I don't really understand. I feel the same thing about writing. I don't want to write about something I can't grasp and understand. But the point is, politically, there is something that has twisted this man. I don't know whether it was a better chance to do business, for instance, buying heavily into a railroad so they could use tank cars to move oil rather than the XL oil pipeline. I can't make that charge because I don't know if it's true or not. But the point is, there's something about it. He's an intelligent guy. I know people who know him personally, think he's a great guy. But how he can be taken in by the likes of Obama and Hillary absolutely boggles my mind.
And he's the first guy to come out and say that we're not paying enough in taxes as well. You know, this guy's worth more than everybody else in the country
he
combined
can, he
almost.
can write a check to the U.S. Treasury. They'd be delighted to take his money.
Right. But he doesn't do it.
No, he doesn't. It's another case of hypocrisy. What I feel really bad about is a guy like Steyer and a lot of these goofs that made big money because they were smart enough to invest in something. I always thought about Warren Buffett as a deep down, real American type coming from...
Put on your jeans and boots and get up in the morning and go to work.
Humble and so on. How he got sucked in by these ultra-left-wingers, I cannot understand.
And it seems like he's used as a propaganda tool now. If that was me, that'd be the furthest thing to come to my mind is let these people use me like this. How much money do you need? I mean, what, you're going to profit from this?
I just don't. I don't know what the answer is. I don't think it's a matter of doing this for money. He's not like these other guys. He thinks it's the right thing to do, and I don't know what motivates him to think that way.
And so Hillary Clinton is an everyday American? Are you kidding me?
I understand that. If I was Warren
She hasn't
Buffett,
even driven a car in 25 years. That's how elitist she is.
58% of the American people think she's a down and dirty liar. I mean, I'm just telling you what.
Well, that's 42% too few.
Well, they don't say 42 think she's not. They just say 58% think they do. It might be 20% that say she isn't.
Okay, let's continue on with the campaign. The media continues to attack Trump. They get nowhere. Cruz and Rubio seem to be making a little bit of push here. I don't know that they've got enough to get over the hump. What do you think?
No. I think I'm extremely frustrated the way things are going. First, I don't like these candidate forums. You know, I like the good old days in the smoke-filled lobbies when the leaders of the party got together and they picked a guy who was going to be the nominee. You know,
or when they had a duel to determine who was going to be.
I don't go back that far. The 52 election campaign when Robert Alonzo Taft was the conservative nominee. I know Colonel McCormick was behind him. A lot of the real strong conservatives were. And there were the smart guys in the party from the East, guys like Tom Dewey said, wait a second, if we do that, we're going to get a head chopped off at the election, because Adlai Stevenson was very popular with the Democrats. So they had another meeting, private meeting with the Texas delegation, and they recounted, and the Texas delegation swung their vote from Taft to Eisenhower because they knew they would win with Eisenhower. The point being is that was a practical, pragmatic way of doing it. Now they stand up there like a bunch of wooden Indians, and then you get somebody like CNBC who's doing the bidding of NBC, which is a left-wing organization. and start asking questions that are they aren't economic questions, which was
No,
supposed
they're
to be.
gotcha.
And the worst thing is, the Republicans are starting to destroy themselves by they no longer think about the election; they think about the nomination. But that sticks.
What is Trump thinking right now? Because he doesn't have to be doing some of the bizarre things that he's doing.
I think the man is out of control. I really do. I think, first of all, I can see anger and viciousness if you're really being pushed out and you don't have a chance and you want to be heard. The guy is running away with it, and that's the time to be benign and to be, to be friendly and say and smile at everybody. Be like the Pope.
But he's attacking people that aren't even in the
Well,
race
that's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Is the thing
He's
is,
going after Jindal and Santorum for crying out loud.
I almost would call it psychotic.
Do you think that this is getting to him?
He's the kind of guy who just doesn't like to be looked at crosswise. There are people that no matter if you don't like something they say, you get mad. I think that's the kind of guy that he is. Instead of
Kind of like an Obama almost.
oh, he's much more aggressive than Obama.
I mean, if you say one thing that Obama doesn't like, he looks at you with daggers.
Yeah, but he doesn't go out and say things that Trump does. I think Trump
He's hurting himself, is he not?
It's almost like political suicide he's committing. And if he isn't doing it in the nomination, unfortunately, he will do it in the general election.
So it's definitely going to be Hillary. There's no question. I mean, they don't even have anybody else running.
I mean, she's got it this time. She has no opposition.
I think any one of the Republicans, if they ran a campaign worthy of winning, could beat her.
Well, they showed that in the polls.
Who do you think will be the nominee?
Well, I kind of think it'll be Rubio. I really do. I think Rubio. I think that Kennedy-esque thing, which is going to start getting people more interested, and he's an intelligent guy. He's a little too quiet about projecting himself, but now Christie is coming into the picture because no, there's no chance. But I think he also. I'll tell you why it's probably going to be good for the Republicans to have Rubio as a nominee. He is Latino. I mean, he is of that background. I mean, he's a Cuban and he's not Mexican, but I think you cannot win this election unless you get about 40% of the Latino vote.
And so you think just by being Rubio, he's going to pick up 40%?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
What about Ted Cruz?
He's
Hispanic.
Yes. So, but he is so
Rigid.
Arch conservative. Yeah. Rubio is probably on the same wavelength as Cruz, but he's softer in the way he's approaching it.
I think his Gang of Eight thing is going to come back to bite him. His little support for amnesty there.
I think that's becoming such a small factor. I think the big thing is foreign policy and survival of this country in light of all these people coming into the country and so on and so forth. I don't think that Gang of Eight thing is going to make too much difference.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell. We have a long way to go.
I know, that's the
We need to
trouble.
take a short break, but don't go anywhere. A moment in history is next. What loved and adored leftist president is now being scorned by the very people who loved and adored him? We'll tell you. Coming up next.